Children, let us learn something more on asexual reproduction. I told you it is a mode of reproduction. Asexual reproduction is a mode of reproduction by which the offspring arise from a single parent and they inherit the genes of that parent only. Only one parent is involved. That is called asexual reproduction. What are the types of asexual reproduction? Binary fission, budding, multiple fission, fragmentation, etc. But in this class, you will be studying mostly about binary fission and budding. Let us learn about them in slightly more detail. Let us learn about the budding in Hydra. As I told you, Hydra is a lower form of organism. It produces its offsprings through asexual process and that is called budding. What is budding? Actually, it involves the formation of an outgrowth called bud, as you can see on the screen. Just like a bud, it starts growing, and in course of time, the bud becomes more bigger and bigger. It matures and it becomes like a hydra. And as it becomes matured, it just detaches from its parent body and leads an independent existence. It detaches from its parent body and leads an independent existence. So because only one parent was involved, it is asexual reproduction. Similarly, in amoeba, reproduction takes place through a process called binary fission. Why binary? Because two daughter cells of amoeba are formed. Let us look at the screen. As you can see, there is an amoeba on the screen. You can see that one amoeba is splitting up or dividing into two daughter cells. How is that possible? First, the nucleus divides and then slowly the cytoplasm also divides. So in this way, you can see that one amoeba has given rise to two daughter amoebae. This process is also called binary fission, which is also a form of asexual reproduction. So I hope this topic of asexual reproduction is very clear to you. In amoeba, because two daughter cells are formed, that is why it is called binary fission. So then similarly in unicellular organisms like paramecium also, asexual reproduction takes place by binary fission. So children will be studying how do the young ones turn into adults. Is it a direct method or is it an indirect method? Now you can see on the screen dogs and puppies, cats and kittens, cows and their calves, elephants and the baby elephants. They all belong to a category of mammals. That means they are viviparous. That means they give birth to the young ones directly. Their young ones look identical to them, means identical to their parents, even though they might be smaller in sizes, but then they are identical because it is a direct form of development or direct form of growth when the growth is taking place inside the mother's body. But in the case of the life cycle of silkworm, you have studied in your lower classes that they have got many stages: eggs, larva, pupa, cocoon, and then the adult moth. So many stages are involved, and in each of these stages, they are quite different. They look different than that of the parent. So it is an indirect development. Let us take the example of the frog. In a frog, there are three distinct stages in their life cycle. They are the egg stage, then the larva or the tadpole stage, and third one is the adult frog. So in each of these stages again, they look not at all similar or they look different from their parent. So this type of development is called metamorphosis. When they go through many stages in a sequential manner, for complete development, it is called metamorphosis. And in each of these stages, the organisms look different from those of the parent. So this is called metamorphosis, and it is an example of indirect development. Even though they are giving birth, but that is through stages. So this transformation of the larva into an adult through drastic changes is called metamorphosis. So many changes are taking place. Drastic changes, very quick and rapid changes are taking place. That is called metamorphosis.